It's about 4:30 p.m. here on Friday, February 21st, 2025. It is 35 degrees, probably 33, slightly above freezing. It got pretty cold last night, and this morning I brought the cows back in. I brought all my kids out to the pasture. They didn't want to come, but I knew I needed their help. My back was sore, so I brought them all out to get here on the pasture and bring the cows back in, and then bring the sheep where they're supposed to be. So I'm actually set up to do leader follower, and I think this is actually going to work. So I'll walk through the system that I have. By the way, young 20 is not looking good. She is pretty skinny. I don't know why, but she's not looking good, so I'll keep an eye on her. I'll show you what I intend to do here for the rest of February and probably most of March. I'm going to wait until the grass is 2 feet tall or so before I put them on fresh grass. I want the grass to be mature so that they're not going to eat too much protein. So every day or so, I'm going to move the cows and the sheep. And what I'm going to do is I roll out a bale of hay in the row, and then I set up a crosswire for the sheep. These are the two bottle lambs. They're all excited to see me again. I've been limiting their intake of milk. It's time for them to start weaning. So here's the water in between the cow and the sheep, and you can see I got a hose here, and that hose runs down, is connected to another hose, is connected to another hose, and is connected to the water line that's along the fence line there. And this will get up to about 1,000 feet long, which is why I need 10 100-foot hoses. Looks like it's working just fine. So yeah, it's filling up. And so let's go to the next one. Oh. All right, there's the minerals for the sheep. Got that set up for them. And then here's a bale of hay I rolled out. I think I went down about 3 sections where there's 14 sections per row. I wanted to give them a little extra space because they broke out yesterday. They crossed the triple wire. So I wanted to keep them together and get them used to moving and just keep giving them fresh hay every move. Hopefully this sheep is fine. This, I believe, is actually the mama. Yeah, this is U11. I'm a bit concerned that she's let me touch her, and her manure does not look good. But that's the lamb that I found. Her lamb was the one that I found was hypothermic. So I brought her home. She's safe at home. She's drinking milk, and we're going to bring her back tomorrow. She's about the same age as the bottle lamb, so she doesn't need a lot of milk. But I think there was something weird with her digestion. This is Rami Jr.'s mom that got attacked by a dog when Rami Jr. was born. She's missing her tag. All right. So yeah, so I set up these triple wires here. And and so we'll move down. There's a little bit more hay here, and we'll keep moving down. Every time the cows run out of hay, I'll roll out a new bale of hay and then move the sheep and the cows again. And just trying to cover as little ground as possible and just keeping them on hay for as long as possible until the grass grows tall enough and it's mature enough that they won't get the scours. So this is that lamb that had the bottle jaw. At least I thought she had the bottle jaw, but she seemed to recover just fine. And I was able to feel that, where it's thick there at the base of her neck, where the head meets the neck on the bottom there. And that's just a jaw. A little bit of flesh there, but it's a solid jaw. She's got a big jaw. Anyway, so that's kind of the system I'm going to run here for the next couple weeks, maybe the next month. And I think I got 4 more rows. So if I can keep them about a week per row, more or less, it should be just fine. One note, I got the bulls with the cows here. That was a picture of the bull that I started the video off with. I'll go back and show it to me again. But I was like, oh, there's no heifers that can breed. And I'm like, oh, wait. There is a heifer, and she's getting close to the age when she can breed. She was born in mid-July. Oh, by the way, this is what the sheep did here. You can see that they would clump together in a group and just lay down a bunch of manure. They're doing that to stay warm. That's one area where they just, they just seeded the pasture there with manure. There's another area here. So, yeah, it's over here. This one I think is from 2 nights ago. So last night they were in that corner. 2 nights ago they were in this corner. You can see the sheep manure is just... This is kind of what I wish I could do is graze at a density where they're putting down manure like this every day. That would just make me super happy. Bring them in an area, move them 4 or 5 times a day, but they leave behind something like this. That would just make me super happy. All right, let's look at the bull. This is my prize bull. You can see he is not a big guy. He's probably one of the smallest cows I have. He's standing right there next to a steer. I think that's number 44. But that's him, and he's a little over a year old, year and 4 months, so 16 months old. He was born in August of 23, I believe. And the problem is this little guy here, this is a girl, right? 48, I believe, is a girl. Let me see. Yeah, that's a girl. So 48 was born in July of last year, 24. So that makes him 7 months old, which I believe 8 months. Is that about right? Yeah, she's probably old enough to breed. So I need to get the bulls off or sell her. I'll probably get the bulls off. Maybe I'll sell her. The bulls aren't doing any harm. If there's any cows that are open and they breed with them, I'm perfectly fine with that. I don't think there is, but we'll see. The cows are just so much bigger than he is. That's the size of cows I want to get, is a smaller cow. They're more efficient and they help you make more weight per acre. Hey, number 10, look at you, man. Are you like eating air and putting on weight just by eating air or something? You are an amazing cow. If you don't give me a calf, I'm going to be upset. You'll be fired. And here's the other bull. This is the bull I hope to harvest soon, in June probably. He is almost 3 years old. You can see he's starting to get that neck. I believe he is Yellow's calf. So the reason why I kept him is because he wouldn't get on the trailer. I tried 2 or 3 times to get him on a trailer. I could not get him to go. I think one of the reasons why is because he's a little bit too friendly with me. I was too nice to him when he was a kid. So, but he's not a big guy either. Some of these bulls you sometimes see are just huge monsters. And there's problems with big animals. The PCC, the Feral Cattle Company, he is quite adamant that you need to focus on getting smaller cows that produce more pounds per acre. Doing your rotational regenerative techniques to get more forage per acre, free food, right? And the huge animals they just can't perform. If you need to doctor them and feed them to keep them alive or to have them thrive, that's not good. That doesn't help your bottom line, right? And the idea is that if you had smaller cows, you could have more cows and more calves. And you get more calves and cows per acre, and that should lead to more pounds of growth per acre. Yes, the cows you bring to market aren't going to compare with the other guy's calves, but you're going to have a lot more of them, And they'll be better suited to eating forage rather than going out there and needing to feed them to keep them alive or to get them big. So that's the hope. Anyway, hopefully this April we'll see the calves from this bull. We'll see what kind of calves he gives me. And I guess at the end of next year, when I evaluate which calves to keep and which ones to get rid of, you guys will know what kind of bull he was. So you guys have a great day. Take care and bye-bye.